This is Lindsay McCaw, Managing Director with Clever Container, and today I'm going to take just a few minutes to show you a couple of tricks and tips for creating and targeting paid Facebook ads. The first thing I'd like to do is direct you to your business page on Facebook. You'll have to forgive me because my computer seems to be a little slow today, but I'm on my Facebook business page, Clever Container with Lindsay McCaw, and I've already gone ahead and started the post so that we don't have to sit here and type throughout the tutorial this morning. I've chosen to take advantage of the time of year currently and those who are looking forward at Christmas. So my ad today is going to be targeted towards people who are looking to get out of debt, and particularly those who are hoping to have a debt-free Christmas. So you're going to see in my verbiage here that I've reminded them, if they've forgotten, that Christmas is just a few short months away. Let them know that I'm going to be paying cash this year for my Christmas gifts, and I would like to help other people be able to do the same. So I gave just a very quick snippet here about how much the average consultant can make per party, and reminded them or let them know that starting now gives them the perfect amount of time to plan for a debt-free holiday season. I do ask that they send me a private message for more information, and that only serious inquiries do that. And I do that in all of my posts because I don't really want to bog up my Facebook page with interactions from potential consultants in my newsfeed, and also I can ensure that they're actually going to get the information if it's done through a private message. And then I attached a collage. Now I suggest that you always add a collage because it's allowing people to get an idea of our product line, and oftentimes it's the image that draws people's attention first before they go ahead and read what you're actually posting. So I've done that. I'm just going to do a normal post on my business page. I have my verbiage, I have my collage, and instead of pushing publish, I'm actually going to select to boost my post. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to get a little pop-up here in just a second. That's going to allow me to target the audience for my post, and this really is the most significant and important piece of what you're going to be doing. You do not want to target people who like your page for a post like this. This really isn't designed for the general population who have just stumbled upon my page somehow and decided that they would like it. They're not really going to be the best audience for this particular ad. You can see here that I've got various groups that I have targeted in the past, and I can choose to just edit one of those, or I can select to create a new audience, which is what I'm going to do for this particular ad, and I'm going to call this Debt-Free Christmas. Now, nobody else is going to see the name of this audience, so you don't have to worry about being offensive to anybody or anything like that. This is just for you, so that when you go back in and you look at the audiences that you've targeted in the past, you can remember what they were. So I'm going to choose to target my ads towards women, and I'm doing that primarily because as of right now, that really has been a majority of where our consultants have come from. I may choose to do some differently and target them towards men, but for this particular ad I think I'm going to stick with women, and I'm going to bump up my age a little bit here. I don't know, I kind of play around with ages depending on the groups that you're targeting. I might start this one at 28 and maybe have it go up to 60, I don't know, 62 maybe. If I can get down there. Go over here. Okay. All right. And I'm going to keep my targeted audience in the United States. You can actually specify specific regions of the United States if you choose to do that. If you're just getting started and you're really looking to just add to your team and you're just building from the bottom. I wouldn't suggest targeting it in on one specific location yet. That's one of the best things about Clever Container is that we don't have territories. So you really can focus your outreach to anyone in the United States, which is a huge benefit to us. So I'm just going to leave it broad as the United States for now. And then I'm going to select some interest groups. These are ones from a previous ad, so I'm going to go ahead and X those out. And I have to think about the types of people who would be most interested or concerned with having a debt-free Christmas. And when I think about those types of groups, instantly what comes to mind is like David Ramsey, because he's a big debt-free guru. So I'm going to type him in here. And what this is going to do is it's going to pop up some suggestions based on people who have shown an interest in that particular category. Now, for some reason or another, this did this to me earlier. This is being a little glitchy and kind of bopping around on me. So I'm going to do my best to get it in here and make my selections before it jumps down on the screen. So I'm going to choose David Ramsey because people who have liked his page are most likely people who are looking to get out of debt. So I'm going to type in debt-free, couponing to be debt-free. Those are certainly some people who may show some interest in having a debt-free Christmas. And if you, again, it keeps popping down on me, I don't know why. If you continue to scroll down, you're going to see that they'll give you some additional suggestions as well. I'm going to type in debt-free again and see some of those other ones. Now hopefully I can scroll down here and it won't go away. Freedom Debt Relief, if I can pop over there and select that one maybe. Nope, it didn't let me. I don't know what's going on with my computer here, but let me try to think of some other ones here. Debt Relief. Freedom Debt Relief, there we go. So I'm just going to choose 3 to get started. Usually I go back and play around with it a little bit. I'm going to show you how to do that. I choose 3 or 4 usually, and then I'll click Save. And so now you've created wording that's targeted towards people who want to have a debt-free Christmas, and you've targeted your ad towards those same groups of people. That's really the match that you're looking for. Next thing you're going to look at is your budget and your duration. Now, you can choose any amount of money that you want to spend on an ad. I'm just going to tell you that I typically start with either $10 or $15 a day, and this is my ad budget. When I first started, I didn't have much of a budget every month, so keep that in mind, that if your budget isn't quite as large as mine is right now, that's kind of all where we started from. So you can make it fit whatever your budget is. But I'm going to choose to do $10 a day, and I'm going to run it for 3 days. So that's going to be a total budget of $30 for this ad. Now you're going to see the $10 budget. This is the total budget. So I'm going to change my total budget to $30. Okay. And then it's saying this. There we go. And right now, it's giving me an estimated reach of 1,900 to 5,000 people, which is okay. It's not great for a budget that amount, so I might go back in and play with a few of the demographics. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to change the duration, because right now it's set up that it's going to spend all $30 within 1 day. So you'll see here they only give you a 1-day, 7-day, and 14-day option for the duration, but you can specify it here just by clicking in this little bin, or box, I guess. Bin. Clearly I'm thinking clever right now. So I'm going to let it run Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll run it through Friday, so it's going to give it 3 days here. Alright, so I'm going to spend $10 per day, run it for 3 days. It will end on August 19th. And my payment information will be down at the bottom here. But before I do that, I do want to go in and play around with just a couple demographics, because I see that my outreach is 1,900 to 5,000. So I'm going to scooch back up here, and I'm going to actually edit my audience. I might go a little bit lower on that age. I'm going to go back down to 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. to stick with women. I might see if I can find one more interest category here. Let's see, I'd really like to do more with David Ramsey, if it'll let me. Oops. Let me combine his name with debt here. Why it does that? Let's see. Well, okay. Well, let's just do, you know, I can even add debt settlement there. That's suggested. Debt consolidation. I'll go with that one. And then I'm going to click Save again because I've made a couple of changes. I've added one interest and I changed the age. Went down 2 years on the low end of the age. So now I'm going to scroll down here and see if my outreach has changed at all. If it gets worse, I'm going to go back and put it back the way it was. If it got better, I'm going to stick with it. Okay, so you can see that my outreach has jumped up a bit. It's gone up to 2,300 to 6,000. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that alone. It seems as though the two adjustments that I made have helped the outreach. So I'm going to scroll all the way down, just double check everything, make sure it's all set, and then I'm going to click Set Budget. And it says submitting your promotion, because what's going to happen is this screen will go away, it'll bump you back to your business page. And then, hello, it's being slow, there we go. And then it'll bump you back to your business page and you're going to see your post. It hasn't actually posted yet because you're going to see that you've been working on the boost. So now that the boost is there, you can double check your wording, because once you click publish, because it's a boosted post, you're not going to be able to go back in and edit it. You'll just have to remove it altogether. So make sure you have it exactly how you want it, and then you're going to click publish. And so what it's going to do now is it's going to post to your business page, and it's going to appear as just a normal post, because all paid advertisements have to go through an approval process with Facebook Ad Committee. So it's just going to appear as a normal post for now, and underneath, once my computer lets me move here, underneath you'll be able to see that you've boosted it. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the link from my customer group, and I'm going to actually put that in the first comment section underneath my paid ad. So I'm going to scroll down to the comment section. My computer wanted to cooperate. And I'm going to take the link from my customer group and put it right in the first comment. And the reason that I do that, if you think about the outreach that we just have the potential to get from this ad, you saw that somewhere between approximately 2,000 and 6,000 people are going to see this ad. And so why wouldn't I want those same 2,000 to 6,000 people to have an opportunity to join my customer group? So that's why I do that. And at the sake of having to wait an hour for my computer to catch up, I may just leave you with that. So again, you can't see me doing it here because my computer's being a little glitchy, but what you're going to do is just find the first comment right underneath your post here, and you're going to put the link for your customer group and just a brief explanation just to let people know that if they click there, they'll be taken to your customer group where they'll get to see organizing tips and have, you know, mystery hostess opportunities or whatever it is that you do in your group. And then you are all set. And so what I would do is I would, if you see that you're getting really great results from your ad, you're going to go ahead and want to continue the ad going. If you're not getting such great response from your ad, you'll want to pause it. And you can pause it right from the page here. You just click to pause it after it's been approved, and just kind of track it that way. So there's lots more we can talk about in another session, but for now I think it's a good start to get you started on setting up your first targeted ad. Thanks, everyone.